Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the episode of the King's Council. As you see, we have added a new panel member. We got the son of the deacon, Chuck.
Hey,
what's happening with you, baby?
What's going on, people? Salam, all right?
Yeah, you saying? Black Jesus, what you posting?
You know me. Same old usual. Serious, funny. Don't take it the wrong way. Just take it.
This nigga still raping minds.
Yeah, it ain't gonna change.
Holy Ghost, what's popping with you, baby?
I'm good, brother. I'm good. How about yourself?
Hey, it's good. It's what I'm saying. It's love over here.
Yes.
You have us, and this is what it is.
Yes.
The King's Council.
Yes.
King's Council. How y'all fellas been doing?
All right. Everything's nice on this end. How about yourself?
6
Hey,
feet
man,
up, 6 feet down.
Hey, look, that's what it is. Oh, and of course you got me, the Godfather. Can't leave myself out the equation.
Better know it.
So just like every other episode, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start it off with that King salute. Popping like that. So this month, seeing as how it is National Women's Month, I like to salute one of our Black queens, Miss Shaquina McKenzie from Jackson, Mississippi, has been elected the first Black judge in Macomb, Mississippi.
What?
Right.
This year. First Black judge in Macomb, Mississippi.
Yeah.
So, and not only that, she's recently been elected a judge in Magnolia. And I'm pretty sure she's not the first Black judge in Magnolia, but she is the first Black judge in Macomb. So, salute to you, madam.
That's right, man. All right.
Yeah. So, Black Jesus, what you got for us for this unapologetic man moment of the month?
Okay, so for the unapologetic man moment of the month, we have the interview with Mike Tyson and TK Kirkland. Now, Mike got a little spot in there where he kind of goddamn just went off on TK, had TK shook a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Man got so shook, he went to be in the grill.
A little bit.
Mike could have said anything at that point. Mike said, nigga, you take dick in the ass. He'd have been like, yeah, I do. You're right, Mike. I'm just like, you're right, Mike. Like, what do you do in a situation unapologetically, Mike Tyson? Like,
I said,
you gotta put him
on. Hey, I tell you what, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go to the clip. Let the people see what happened.
See what the people think.
Let's see what the people think. Get the judge.
Hey, listen, you look at a guy like me at this stage of my life, I'm doing good, got a couple of $100 million properties and stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And I hate myself.
No, I know you don't.
Look at you, nigga. You look at you, nigga. Look at you. You gonna tell me how I feel about myself? Nigga.
Come on, really?
Who are you, nigga? Who are you to tell me? Who are you? Period. No, this is who I am.
Right, I respect that.
This is who I
but
am.
me and you go so way back.
I know, but listen, this is just some people have. You don't know what I seen.
That's so true, though.
Yeah.
That's so true.
What we all seen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's so true. Yeah, I haven't walked in your shoes. You're absolutely right.
Isn't that something? I hate myself. I think I'm a piece of shit, but then again, I think I'm beautiful. I'm a bad motherfucker. I'm the
Okay.
baddest nigga on the planet. And when I think like that, that is my sin. That's my shame, my
Okay.
guilt. But I'm the baddest man on the planet.
Right.
I'm just so, I hate being who I am and I'm nothing. Being
Okay.
from Brownsville, I'm nothing. So I created this I am Mike guy.
Okay.
The baddest man on the planet, because in real life I'm nothing.
Okay.
Even though I accomplished, I'm nothing. But I keep accomplishing more and more.
Right, right. Because I feel like that. I feel like I haven't accomplished a lot, and every day I just feel like I have something to prove. And I don't know if I dislike myself.
No, I know what you are, nigga. You just don't want to accept it. You're a megalomaniac with a low self-worth.
Or what?
A megalomaniac, you think you're God, but you feel like shit.
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
Sure?
Yeah.
Well, that's who I am.
Okay, I love life. I just.
Now we talk about it.
That man was terrified.
Talk about what?
Me
Man,
too.
I,
So they ain't nothing about
boy, I don't even want to talk about what Mike Tyson just did.
He might come on our show. You feel me?
Yeah,
Talk to the Kings.
Good.
Mike come on the show talking about some kings of councils. Let me tell y'all what y'all are. Let me tell you what you really are.
You right, Mike. You right.
y'all.
You right.
Y'all ain't even.
Good. I'm good. I ain't shit, Mike. I ain't shit.
You said Jules? You ain't a motherfucking Jewel.
Gonna be shit.
I got a motherfucking jewel. You see this? This is the motherfucking jewel.
Hell no, I'm not fucking with Mike Tyson.
Nah,
TK was over there shook. That nigga was over there tripping.
That motherfucker was shaking like a
booty
leaf
meat
in the
over there.
wind. You said boot.
He was shaking like booty meat over there. He just he looked at Mike for a minute like. He
You
just
nigga
like,
like,
For a second, it looked
the
like
thing,
on that nigga.
look, the thing is, you know what I'm saying? He looked like he wanted to say something about a 0.2 millimeters of a second. He was like,
don't do it.
I bet I don't do it.
Mike, you're right. You're
Let
right,
me
Mike.
reel that shit. Let me reel that
That's when
shit back.
that's when his heart grabbed a hold of his spine and said, "Don't you do that."
Look, bro. I know we got a couple
don't
more
let me
years.
go.
Yeah,
Don't
don't
let me
do
go.
that. Yeah, don't do that.
Oh,
Man, god damn.
Mm.
Oh, shit,
Hey,
man.
well, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to TK for being the bitch that he is, because I would have been.
Straight up. Hey,
Hey, look, I can't even argue with you, cousin.
Hey, man.
unapologetically, Mike.
yo,
Yeah, yes.
I'm not gonna call TK a bitch. I'm not gonna do that because even the Locks thought they would have to poke Mike. I know you've seen that interview.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Locks.
yeah.
We talking about Jada Kiss. She.
yeah.
Bro,
That's right.
Hey, look,
They said they thought they would have to poke Mike.
you
Like,
telling me if Mike came on the show, like, hey, y'all niggas not allowed to make fun of me. You ain't gonna tell. Yeah, we all finna be. Look, we all finna
I'm
be
be
like
like-
real quick, nigga.
yes,
I'm gonna
yes, look.
Yeah. You right,
Hey,
Mike.
look,
they fucking with Mike.
and I'm gonna fall. Look, and I'm gonna fall back.
Yeah, for real. You right,
Man.
Mike.
Wait,
I ain't fucking with
Knock
Mike.
it forward.
No,
Knock it forward.
Nah.
You right, Mike.
Nah, Mike,
Yep.
Mike beat us all up and put us in there and fed us to his pigeons or some junk, man.
For real.
nigga, be roosting.
Shout out to TK Kirkland for surviving that ass whooping.
Word.
A salute.
Shout out to King
Word. Salute, homie.
Nigga, you get the salute and the motherfucking unapologetic male moment.
There it is. Mm.
All that.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So. So, fellas, tonight, you know what I'm saying? It might get a little deep, might get a little wet. You know what I'm saying? So everybody grab your tissues if you need them.
That's right. That's right.
Our subject tonight is leave or not to leave.
Mm.
That is the question.
Mm.
Oh, yes, sir. Oh, yeah, it's a good question.
Oh.
So I mean, we have at some point in our, I'm saying, male lives have been in a situation where we've been forced with the issue in a relationship, whether we should either remain in that relationship or leave that relationship for whatever reasons, whether the toxic, whether the relationship itself has run its course, we've all been in that situation. So what we'll be talking about tonight is whether we should remain or when is the time to leave.
Wait, hold up. Wait. So you telling me that men actually battle with that idea? So men don't, wait, you mean men don't just easily close the door and walk away like it ain't nothing?
Right.
Hey, well, hey, look, hey,
No,
look,
we ain't talking about deadbeats.
oh,
There you
oh,
go.
no,
You
not
talking
them.
about,
We ain't talking about deadbeats. Let this be a lesson to all deadbeats. You get no motherfucking salute from niggas like that.
That's right, baby.
No,
That's
no.
right.
Quick fast.
We're talking about some kingdom right here, right? We talking
Talking about
millions,
kingdom.
right?
Grown
Right.
man shit.
Okay.
When is it time to leave your kingdom and leave it
That's right.
to the heirs?
Okay.
Grown man
Right.
shit.
That's it. I
Yeah.
dig that.
Yeah. You know what I'm
Cause
saying?
you know that's the rumor. You know that's the rumor that a man can just, that man can just walk away from, and I'm gonna tell you, it's like an example. You ever seen a dog, man, after they finish pooping? Some dogs, kick the feet back a little bit and cover their mess up and just walk away like it ain't nothing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they fail to realize, man, we men, but we got hearts too. Uh-oh,
Yeah.
don't get emo, don't do that,
You
Carl.
know what I'm saying? You see?
Don't do that. Don't do that now.
And I'd like to go back to what you're saying. Even one of our earlier episodes, we talked about men and how they show their emotions.
That's right.
And men, most men rarely show that type of emotion. So we feel we got to keep that rough exterior.
Mhm.
Like you can't see us cry. We can't show you that emotion, but that don't mean we don't feel.
That's right.
And that's what the misconception is.
I like that.
Because we don't show emotion, we don't feel.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's do it then. Let's do it. I like this, man. So for real, just say when is it time to just let it go, man? When is it time to let it go?
First of all,
Top.
it's always a double standard, though. Let's go
Okay.
and recognize a double standard real quick.
Okay.
Because it's I guess it's more celebrated, or I want to say more recognized when a woman leaves a man. You know what I mean?
I dig that. Right.
It's okay,
Mhm.
that the third. But say if a married man, wife leaves her husband, okay, it's okay. It's not kind of frowned upon. But if a man picks up, and the situation could be toxic as a motherfucker, he's looked at differently.
That's right.
Just because of that whole emotion thing too. At the same
Mhm.
time, you know what I'm saying? Like he's frowned upon because you just abandoned your family. You see what I'm getting at? It's a double standard.
Yeah, I agree.
That man could be completely getting.
I definitely feel like when a man leaves, it's more detrimental, you know what I'm saying, from everybody else looking in. It's like, what did she do that was so wrong? If she ain't cheat on you, you shouldn't have left. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, when it might not be there. It might be she don't satisfy me.
Or they gonna say
Completely, because it's supposed to be my wife now. It's supposed to be my wife now, right?
Yeah,
So she don't satisfy me completely. She's not being everything I need her to be. She's not my piece in the chaos. Then this shit ain't working. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And then when we leave, it's like, nigga, you could have stuck it out a little longer. You a man. You supposed to push through that shit. How you know that shit could damage me just like it could damage her?
That's right.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Now, I ain't never been married. I did a lot of tests though,
Okay. You took the Cosmo test. Look. Hey, show you took the Cosmo test.
Took the Cosmo test drive. You know what I'm saying? Because there is definitely. Me and my homie was talking about this today. I want to bring him on too. His name is Jay. But me and Jay was talking about a situation where the mask is on in the beginning. You know what I mean? And some people think
dating is a fraud, period. I don't mean to interrupt, but dating is a fraud. I just want to put that out there. Yeah, dating is a fraud. Don't believe none of that shit. Don't believe none of that shit.
I'm talking past the date though.
Oh, past that. Okay.
Yeah, past the date. We done passed the dating. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Now, true indeed, there is a mask that goes up when you're dating. You know what I'm saying? There is a motherfucker that meets you at the door. He's not the same motherfucker that you think he is. You know what I'm saying? Months down the line, but after you've already made that transition, you know what I'm saying? There's still a mask. You haven't gotten to the deeper part of the situation. You know what I'm saying? A motherfucker might take some shit like, these are my problems. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a fucked up individual, but this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? You didn't necessarily say you was gonna fix that shit. So what you're saying is, you know what? I'm gonna bring this shit to you because I ain't changed yet. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring this shit to you and make you deal with this bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? But what I think the women fail to realize is when a man comes to you and tells you that type of shit, that's a cry for help. You feel me? Because he's telling you who he is. And he might not really like who he is, and he might want to change that shit. But you got to be the reason for him to change that shit. You got to be the reason that he steps out of that hard ass shell, Mike. You know what I'm saying? That shell that we always put on. That coat of armor when we step out into the world, it's like, yeah, the first piece of bullshit.
Right?
You know, right. We all do it. You feel me? Like we all do it. And what we got to get out of is, and well, we're definitely gonna need some therapy. That's number one, because it's drilled into every man. It's a genetic thing. This is not like some shit that just popped up and happened overnight. This is definitely a genetic thing. You know what I'm saying? Because from the beginning, you're taught man is strong. Man doesn't cry. Man isn't weak. Man doesn't do this, that, and the third, and all that other shit. Man takes care of home. And
protect, provide. What's the last one?
I don't know. You I'm saying
3 P's.
You stomping the whole group with that one, you.
Hey, look, man. You can't be asking us questions we don't know the fucking answer to.
Protect, provide, and pray that you don't leave. What? Pray I make it another day. What we doing?
Kind of shit is that?
Oh.
Don't worry about it. We're gonna edit that out, and everybody gonna have the answer.
The 3 P's, man.
Okay.
You gotta provide, you have to protect, and you have to I forgot the goddamn third.
You gotta have a penis? What is that? You gotta have a penis?
I mean, provide, protect, and progress. We'll make up our own, baby.
Yeah, okay. Hey, you did better than me because I said penis. I don't know. You saying look, multiply. I don't multiply.
Yeah.
What?
I feel like easily drawing.
Protect, provide, and provide again, man. You know how that goes.
Fuck it, that's it.
Protect, provide, and protect.
That's it.
It's true though, like you say, it is somewhat of a a mask per se that's put on. You know, scientists have tried. You know, the male always has to put forth that effort to draw the female in. You know what I'm saying? It's always been that way. Look at the animals. You know, the lion has a big roar. The peacock has a big plume in the tail and everything. And you know, many scientists have tried to promote the peacock to spread its tail at any given moment in time. Bring another male around, it wouldn't do it. As soon as you brought a female around, boy, that joker just brought it up. That's to catch that attention. And that's exactly what we do as men. But you think that peacock walk around with that tail spread all day long? You don't. You know, eventually he has to bring it down. Eventually he has to bring it down and just be his natural self. You know,
well, that's why they call it peacocking.
That's it. That's it.
That's why they call it peacocking.
But that peacock lets his tail down when he's what? Comfortable with the female that he's found. Dig what I'm saying? When he's found that one female that he think he's ready to be there with and court and date. Remember we talked about that one time before, the idea of dating and courting and marriage. Once he's done that, he can say, you know what, okay, I can let the tail down. I ain't gotta put this, not really a fake show on, but I don't have to put this out there. I don't have to do this big thing to try to, hey, get your attention. I got it now. Let's be there, you know.
Okay.
But the question of the day is, if you a peacock or anything else, man, when is it time for you to let your tail down and turn and go the other direction? And that's when that peacock realizes that, you know what, he's spreading his tail and he's starting to lose his feathers. You know what I'm saying? When you spread your tail and you ain't got nothing but the jewel thing, you ain't got nothing but booty. You know what I'm saying? Because that female hen that made you pull out every single feather you got, man. When you start to change character, yes. when you can't be yourself anymore. Not to say that you shouldn't change, because that's growth. It's okay to change. That's growth. But when you find yourself changing in the reverse, when you find yourself changing in the negative, you know what I'm saying? That's when you really gotta reevaluate. And remember, we talked about that mental maturity.
Yeah,
we talked about that before, and that's what it takes, man. A lot of us males don't have that mental maturity to look at life's time and be like, you know what, I've invested too much time. You know, because truth be told, man, you can get a chick, and I say chick loosely, hope I don't offend any of the ladies that's watching this, but you can put money into a young lady and lose it, and you can get it back. You can work some more hours and get that back. You can get mad and she can burn up all your clothes, which, you know, some of us have experienced that before, you know, clothes being destroyed and stuff for the sake of you know, misunderstandings or whatever.
That's what we calling it.
Well, you know, for the sake of protecting the guilty.
Okay, right.
You know,
okay.
We gonna call it, you know, them. But you can always buy more clothes. But baby, you can't get your time back, man.
Oh, yeah.
You can't get your time back. And some of us keep wanting to, you know, split time.
Well, they get comfortable, those, you know what I'm saying, D? They get comfortable. You know, and in that comfort, you know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, well, I guess she good for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's we made it this far. You know what I mean? But it's not necessarily progressing. You know what I mean? It's like, well, we didn't go look for a house, so we just moved to this next apartment. It's a little bit bigger than the last apartment, but it's bigger. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, yo.
I think a lot of times too.
Exactly. It's definitely settling. It's definitely.
I think a lot of times too, it becomes difficult too, say if there's kids involved as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good men, a lot of good fathers, you know what I'm saying, out there that do not want to leave their kids. Because of course, once the father leaves the home, there's a whole nother set of rules that go with that.
Right.
Whole nother set of rules.
Whole nother dynamic.
It is.
Yes. And it's a change with that. And a lot of times that you know, a lot of men don't like going through that because they know it's a fight ahead at the same time. You know, like you said before, to just get comfortable with the bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not technically doing it for me at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm just doing it for my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And you know that's a valid answer if a female give it.
Mm-hmm.
We can't give that answer and it be accepted. Get what I'm saying? And
I heard you. I hear you.
We can wonder why.
The double standard.
Yeah, the double standard. Yeah, we can wonder why. But if anybody, if a dude give that answer, it's not valid enough. It's not valid enough, you know.
Yeah, because you know what I'm saying, these are things that you know what I'm saying, grown men think about. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm leaving the house, I got my kids, we got all this time invested. Of course. You know what I'm saying? And then when we finally do leave, you know what I'm saying, it's not like we picked up and left at that, you know what I'm saying, right then. This has been a process.
Yep.
That we, you know what I'm saying, that we've been going through, just like she's been going through, we've been going through this process together.
Yep.
And now we are separated together.
Yeah.
Also, I'm reading a book. I think, as a matter of fact, I think it's more than two. And in that book, it says people, the way we look at marriage or relationships, we look at them as failures, which is, that's how we look at it.
I can dig that.
Instead of, you know what I'm saying? But instead of looking at the relationship as failures, we should, you know what I'm saying, consider them successes, because what you should look at is what you learned in that relationship, what you're saying, what you gained from that relationship, how much you grew from whatever, you know what I'm saying, however bad the relationship was, you know what I'm saying, I don't know, you know what I'm saying, everybody's situation, but you know what I'm saying, that contributes to your mental growth. You take that into the good shit, into your next relationship, and it's not a failure, it's a success on both parties.
Right, I can dig that.
So if, you know what I'm saying, and if people would start looking at relationships, not, you know what I'm saying, okay, we splitting up, not because you had a problem, you know what I'm saying, per se, or you know what I'm saying, you might not, you just outgrew each other. Because once you get in a relationship, albeit people change, people grow. So just like you said, the person you marry 5 years down the line may not be the same person. So you either grow together or you grow apart.
Yep.
And you have to be willing to, you know what I'm saying, adjust to those changes.
That's a choice too, as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That's a choice.
Right.
You know, because it's true. And within marriage and things that people grow at different rates. But at the same time, there's still an underlying factor of commitment that plays in that part. Now,
okay.
You know, but it takes both ends to be committed. And what works for the individual, because at the same time, you are an individual going into a marriage.
Right.
Yeah.
And even within a,
you know what I'm saying?
But even, you know what I'm saying, but even within a marriage, you should maintain your individuality.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Everybody think people married should be joined at the motherfucking hip. I don't want to be in your hip pocket. I don't want you in my ass all the time. Not all the, you know what I'm saying? Not all the time. I'm not saying we shouldn't, you know what I'm saying, have our time together. But nigga, you know what I'm saying? I shouldn't fart and you know what the fuck I ate for lunch.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every team has a position. Everybody on their team has a position, has a role.
Yep.
Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? Can't have a center playing the point guard position. Can't have a point guard playing the center position.
Hey.
And there you have it.
It definitely will mess up the plays. Person ain't in position, it will definitely mess up the play. Yep. And if I may, I'm gonna give you my idea, man, on the fear on why a lot of times I feel that the man himself takes some time longer to leave, even though they really don't want to. People don't say they take that long. I'm gonna tell you mine. And again, allow me to get spiritual but not religious. You know what I'm saying? Watch me now.
Gotcha.
Spiritual but not religious.
Okay.
If we all believe that, let's just, without saying a higher being, let's just say that there was man and a woman. We all believe that, right?
Mm-hmm.
If we believe that. Now, if we believe that, we can also accept the fact that they say that there was man first, right? Now, no one knows how long, no matter what words we read, or whether it's the Bible, whether it's the Quran, whether it's the Dead Sea Scroll, nothing can give us a definitive answer on how long that male was by himself before he received his helper, the female. Now, what we do know scientifically is that in science, it shows that you have a genetic map that ties you all the way back through your lineage, all the way back. They can check all the way back to, your ancestors and all that type of stuff, right? So genetic code. In that code, man know what it's like to be alone. Think about that now. Let that resonate your soul. Man knows what it's like to be alone. Because when the first male was created and he looked about the lands, guess what he saw? He saw everything with pairs. That male lion had a female lion. That male giraffe had a female giraffe. Everything had a pair, but he didn't. He didn't. Which is why we make the joke, we play around about it. You say, a man say, wait, I'm just trying to find my rib. See what I'm saying? He'll say that, right? I'm trying to find my rib because, they say that the woman was drawn from the rib of the man. Once you know what it's like to truly be alone, per se, and now it's part of your genetic code, man, you don't want that feeling no more.
Right.
Now, see, a woman, on the other hand, she has the genetic code to want to be with someone. But she has a choice because she's basically just waiting on that someone to come. See, it's a difference in that.
Yeah.
It's a difference in that. It's a difference in that want, that choice, whether than the man. We always say that the woman needs that man. That woman is needing that husband. When really, if you think about it, that man is the one that's in need.
Mm-hmm.
That man, he's the one that's really in need.
Mm-hmm.
And when that genetic code kick in, man, and now he's thinking, boy, I'm gonna be alone, and I'm 45, I'm 55, I'm 65, and I'm not that peacock no more. I can't spread my feathers like I used to. He's reevaluating a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's reevaluating a lot of stuff, man, that's going on. And by him reevaluating that, it's also changing him mentally, which means now he's not as what we like to call, he's not as confident anymore. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's not that guy anymore. So what will he do? If he comes home every day from work and his wife ain't talking to him and the kids already grown and out the house, he just be like, you know what? Oh, well, I just come home and deal with it. I'm alone in these streets. I'm alone in the house too. So he'll just deal with it.
Yeah.
Until he's no longer alone in the house. And then she may come home and start nagging him. You don't never do nothing when you're home. You don't do this. You don't do that. Now he can't find peace, to use the thing y'all said earlier. He can't find peace at home. And you ain't got to call a person's name, but everybody knows that one guy that always stay to work later than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You think that joker, boy, he's a hard worker. No, that's
don't want to go home.
He don't want to go home.
Right. Yeah. Everybody know one.
He don't want to go home.
Everybody know one.
He don't
I'll
want to go.
I'll take that overtime.
Yeah. He don't want to go home, man.
Me and my partner was having a discussion about that where I presented the question to him and he hit me with, like, well, when I go home and I pull into the damn neighborhood and I had a great day at work, you know what I mean? Great day, everything was fine. But I pull into the neighborhood, the subdivision where I live with my family and do this right here.
Oh man.
Good night. Man, it might be time to go. It might be time to leave right about then.
Yeah. Because
I'm like, if the, like I said, your place of peace ain't a place of peace.
That's right.
Who want to go to that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then the question still remains, when do you leave that? You know what I mean? Like, what is the right time to say, hey, kids, wife, soon to be ex-wife, I'm not coming back here.
You want me to put the nail in the coffin? I'm gonna tell you when the time is.
Hey, Jolene, where you going?
I ain't coming home no more.
I ain't coming home. Put you on home. I ain't coming home no more.
I'm gonna tell you when it is though, and I'm not trying to cut this short, but I'm gonna tell you when the right time is. You ready for it? After you have exhausted all resources to save it.
Mm-hmm.
That's when it's time to leave. Mm-hmm. That means that you didn't sit on the foot of the bed. You done talked about it. Mm-hmm. You done talked about it over breakfast, not after an argument. Cause that's the best time to talk after we done fussed. You know what I'm saying? No.
You said that's the best time to fuck? Okay, go ahead. I'm listening.
Well, please let's not talk about it after that either. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But that's really it, man. And again, we got to talk about that. Being able to utilize those resources. Be it, and your man, y'all talked about and John, y'all counseling. You know, and you know what? Counseling not just for married people, man.
It takes two.
Yes, and counseling is not a chance for you to bash me,
because you can't make the next person do anything they don't want to do.
That's true.
If the individual, the man, exhausted all possibilities.
Yeah.
Tried everything he can, then what else can you do?
That's it. Ladies, if you're listening, don't give me an ultimatum. I don't test well.
Oh, that is not. Look, I'm glad you said it, because that is not what I got you.
I listen.
Okay.
Hey, I was a AB student in school, but I tell you now, don't test well when it comes to life. Don't give me an ultimatum and have me pick A, B, C, or D. I'm gonna pick F. I'm gonna tell you now. But I'm
because I mean, a lot of times I'm saying, but real, a lot of times, you know what I'm saying, people know when they're growing apart and how that's coming, you know what I'm saying, how that's coming about. So when because a lot of times males, us, we will wait for the woman to be like, hey, this ain't working. So I think we want to separate. The dude be like, okay.
I've been thinking that.
And it makes us seem like we just don't give a fuck. But it's not the fact that we don't, you know what I'm saying, we don't care. Mm-hmm. It's like, well, damn. Okay, you said it first.
It's like
I was already,
cards.
you know what I'm saying, like I was, you know what I'm saying, we playing spades, and I was, you know what I'm saying, like, who got a joker?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So when you playing poker, you ready for the game to be over. You be like, please, somebody win this game so we can get another hand. Please.
Dude, I be playing poker. Look, I get tired.
Yeah, please.
Like, that's like somebody, look, all in, I'm done, you know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much how it goes, you know what I'm saying? As a male, we put, at one time, all in, take it.
Yeah.
And then
I got a question.
And then we lose.
I got a question, fellas. If there are kids involved, and I'll say that I myself, you know, many of y'all know I'm divorced, and unfortunately, and I will say it, I'm gonna be personal. Unfortunately, my son found out pretty much at the end. Now, granted, he witnessed the struggles leading up, but he found out that there was a real divorce, that we was, you know, letting it over, you know, that it was gonna be over at the end. And it was kind of it was devastating to him, because he's like, wait a minute, you know, y'all, we were just having dinner together yesterday, and now you're getting a divorce. So my question is, at what point should you really bring the kids into the discussion, the communication early, you know, or should it be just a grown folk business?
Only depends how old the child is.
Okay.
It only depends how old the child is, because at the same time, you know, it's when you are in that marriage, it's still a family. Still a family.
Right.
You can't walk away from that. That's you know what I'm saying? It's that child has feelings, man. So it's a thin line, because if the child is young, say 2 or 3-ish, they really ain't gonna have no memories of it.
Yeah.
But when you have like teenagers, and they, you know, they can kind of like think about it and understand certain things, whatnot. They ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? So don't play them stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Sometimes you just gotta look, this ain't working out. Me and your mama, we ain't working out, we love you. But you know what I'm saying? We have to do our own thing. But only thing we have in common is you, if that's the case.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, well, I don't come across and say, like, I'm leaving your dirt bag ass mama. You don't want to say that shit. You know?
Right. There you go.
You don't want to do that.
Right.
Look, they hit me on the other side. They hit my heart. They just hit me on the other side.
You know.
So I mean, that being said, so factoring all that in is infidelity. You know what I'm saying? A factor in the equation. Because I got asked, you know what I'm saying, if you were married, and this is prior to, if your wife cheated on you, would you leave? And my question at the time was like, fuck yeah, I'm out.
Right.
I got older.
Yeah.
Yeah. I grew up.
Yeah.
And I revamped, you know what I'm saying, that answer. Because that being said, there's issues on both sides. Absolutely. And unless you come together and fix that issue, you're just gonna keep running into that same
cycle. That same cycle.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Right.
Right. Now that, you know what I'm saying, that's my thing with it. So I'm asking fellas.
Can we really come from that?
Yeah.
I mean, I can overcome it.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
But I mean, again,
like you mentioned before, it takes maturity.
Right.
It takes maturity. It takes a lot of maturity. It takes a lot of communication.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of understanding and acceptance.
And counseling.
And forgiveness.
And counseling.
Definitely forgiveness.
A lot of forgiveness.
And counseling.
We saying could a man deal with his wife sleeping with another another man?
Like, can if we say that, you know, we're gonna work it out. You done found out that your wife cheated on you, and you say we're gonna work it out. Do you really go into this with the real intent on working out? Not revenge, but like working it out.
So me, right? All right, like I said, I have tested. Okay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's like, if it's my wife, okay, I gotta leave the house, because like I'm thinking about the old days when you could take your wife down to the lake and strangle her and not get no trouble for it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because you just
this nigga been watching Minority Report and shit.
I don't know what that is. I mean, I know about the courthouse in South Carolina where you can whip them. Come on.
I don't know. That's legal.
No.
Hey, look, I'm gonna need a producer. Hey,
I ain't gonna let
like what I'm saying. I said that to say this. I would have to leave. You know what I'm saying? Because I would definitely feel like you have just taken everything. Like, I believed in you. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, I don't believe in you. It's a saying, right? And the saying says, it's easier to get the dirt off the pole than it is to get the dirt out of the hole. I'm talking about put that in your blood and smoke it. You feel me?
Okay.
Because, like, you got dirt inside. You ever try to dig a hole? There's never no. So that's what a man think when it comes to that thing she got between her legs. You just let dirt get in there.
Yeah.
You ain't get no dirt out no hole. You feel that ain't happening.
You gotta actually kind of figure out why it was dirt in the hole in the first place, or how did it get in there, or what was the cause and effect of that.
Is there a valid reason?
There's no difference.
Is there a valid reason for the infidelity though? Can we now I'm speaking as a from a boyfriend perspective. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. Boyfriend, girlfriend, that's our job, is to try to work things out, to figure out if we're gonna work it, be together, and what we're gonna try to do. But I feel that when we come before each other and say that we're gonna be together as one,
mm-hmm.
that's a camel of a different hump there, buddy.
Like my man was saying, it's going to take all of that, man, because if you really want to fix it, and it's been done before us. You got old folks. We talking about my granddaddy having, not my granddaddy in particular.
Right.
Niggas have like 2 families.
Yeah, cross town. You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't date them over there.
You know what I mean? Having 2 whole families. Right next over here. You know what I'm saying? My daddy ain't Black Dynamite. Oh, my daddy ain't Black Dynamite type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, and you still have those couples that last 50, 60 years.
Right.
So I think it takes a lot of maturity. It takes a lot of prayer. It takes a lot of counseling, a huge amount of communication.
Yep.
To get through it. You know.
But should they have left before they cheated?
Could be a misunderstanding. I don't know. It could have been just something that miscommunication.
And I think that happens on both parts. It's either miscommunication or no communication, or the wrong type of communication is why it happens. So it's something on both parts. I don't think it's solely on one individual when that happens. You know what I'm saying? It's a part, you know what I'm saying, of both individuals. And what I was gonna say was, you know what I'm saying, going back to something Carlos was talking about, you know what I'm saying, I think in a relationship, men and women both do it. You put your partner on this pedestal.
I dig that.
And once you put them on this pedestal, you respect them. You know what I'm saying, they can do no wrong. You know what I'm saying, just like you know what I'm saying, pastors. You know what I'm saying, you go back to the religious thing. You know what I'm saying, people look at pastors as if they are holier than thou, and that's not them making themselves that. That's the congregation making themselves, you know what I'm saying, the pastor, that person. And when they fall, they're like, and when they fall, they're like, he shouldn't have did that. He was a pastor. And when something happens with your partner, you look at him like, you shouldn't have did that. because you're my partner, you're my wife, you're my husband. But nigga, I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? So what we have to do is, again, you have to communicate. You are not going to get through this shit yourself. Have to go to counseling. You know, there has to be you have to build that trust back. But at the same time, what doesn't happen is you learn then in that moment of what we consider failure, is that you learn that they don't belong on a pedestal,
Right.
per se. There's a difference from prioritizing someone than putting someone on a pedestal.
But
Now, your spouse, your significant other should be, you know what I'm saying, should be your priority,
right.
but that pedestal.
But I feel loyalty over trust, man, because and this again, it goes back to time on leaving. You know, when should you leave? When some people feel like they'll say, well, if you do this, you do that, I won't trust you anymore. And I think we put so much emphasis on trust. The only thing trust does is make sure you don't find out. Trust doesn't keep me from doing anything.
I got you. I feel
Trust just make sure that, you know, you tell your kids, you need to tell me the truth or else I can't trust you. Well, okay, they just gonna make sure they're gonna tell you the best lie possible.
Yeah, right. You're right. You're right.
Now, when you talk about a relationship and you talk about loyalty, see, trust is on, if I may look at an A and B, trust is on the other person. It's based on how my spouse views me.
Right.
That's where the trust comes in. It's how my spouse views me. Now, loyalty is how I view my spouse. It's how I view my family. If I have enough loyalty to my family and to my spouse, then it's nothing for me to hide. Now, I'm not speaking in a way of being perfect. I'm speaking just in general on a way that we can learn from this communication that we as fellas and men having. When you say that I am loyal to my marriage, or I'm loyal to my relationship, or I'm loyal to my brother or my friend, you know what I'm saying? You ain't hiding nothing from them. You know, in that aspect, you're not doing anything that's gonna prove you to be disloyal. You remember back in the day, they'll tell you based on your last name, what they'll say to you. Well, you don't do that because you're gonna bring reproach on the name. You are so loyal to your family name, man, that you ain't gonna do nothing to mess your family name up. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I now, in my future relationship, I speak loyalty into that relationship versus trust. You know, that's why now. So when it gets to the point that I don't feel that the relationship is loyal, when the relationship is no longer loyal, it's time. Now it can be discussed. We can talk about it because no one wants to slap in the face. You know, because, you thought the relationship was beautiful and she's not feeling well. You know what I'm saying? Right. You thought everything was going great. And she's been miserable for the past 5 years because she never told you that. And then when all of a sudden now you're ready to go and you're like, wait. And
I didn't know this shit.
Yeah. And you all know about it. I mean, not to say any of us have ever experienced it, but we don't watch enough TV. You know, you get that sympathy sex and all that kind of junk. You be like, hey, we just did it last night. And you're like, yeah, I know. Well, why did you do it? You seen them shows on TV. Why did you do it? Well, my mama told me that, you know, that's what a wife's supposed to do. Oh, wow. There was
how you feel about that?
Yeah, you wash dishes and give me sex. God dang, come on. You know, that's what about the enjoyment of it? So when it gets to the point that you're not no longer loyal to what we have, yeah, it's time to make some moves in. It's really time to make some moves, or moves in whatever direction of truly trying to work it out.
Okay.
Or getting a hold of our own life, which means going our separate ways.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, that sounds like a plan right there. Loyalty. You heard it here first from King's Council.
That's it.
That's what
loyalty over trust.
Loyalty over trust. You know what I'm saying?
Back.
Keys, what it is.
Mm-hmm.
What it is.
Mm-hmm.
Joel.
Yes, sir.
What you?
All right. So I had a drop for today. right? Then this little message, little beam came across my phone. I thought it was like fitting for the conversation today. And the meme said, "You can be the whole package at the wrong address." It's so simple, but it means a lot. You could be everything to a person, but just
That's
not
right.
that person.
That's
And
right.
it's so simple. It
That's
is so
right.
simple.
Yeah. That's right.
You know, we live,
Wow.
you know, we have life experiences, man. And sometimes, you know, we go through those experiences to know that we everything that who we are. We everything who we are. We are that God made us. It may not be for you right now, but
Right.
at this point in time, I'm good. My imperfections are perfections
Mhm. I dig
until I
it,
see
Zach.
otherwise.
To someone else. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Someone's trash is another person's treasure.
That's it. Hey,
Yep.
And that's my jewel of the day.
I like that.
All right. Yep. Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have now witnessed the episode of the King's Council. We'd like to thank you for joining us. And we'll see you next month, April. Till then, hey, stay black, stay up,
All right.
stay royal.
Nah.